wake up. Wake up. Barcelona is playing against Valencia in a couple of hours, and we have to wake up, right? The whole Barcelona fan base, we need to uplift these group of players because Barcelona do need this win. Right now, currently, we have Real Madrid who are going through the next round after they beat Leganés 3-2. I do think that game was atrocious in my opinion. Madrid played nothing. You can argue with me and say that no, Endrick scored and that meant that they played good because a youngster scored. Nah, bro. Like I saw the game. I was looking at it. I was hate watching. And yeah, players like Modric, Endrick, and Garcia ended up scoring the 3 goals for Real Madrid. They defeated Leganés 3-2. And so, like Madrid had 59% of the possession, expected goals 2.80, Leganés had 1.79, total shots 20, Leganés 16. So the game was very close. It's not like Madrid destroyed Leganés. It was not that type of game. But so be it, right? I kind of do want to see Madrid face Barcelona one more time in the Copa del Rey, and hopefully it's in the final. As a matter of fact, there is a route where Barcelona and Madrid can face each other 3 more times this season. 3. One of them could be in the Champions League, one of them could be in the Copa del Rey, and the other one is, of course, against Madrid in La Liga. It's gonna happen, right? Because they have to play one more game at Barcelona Stadium. So there is, at the very least, we are gonna get one more game, but there is a possibility that we can face Madrid 2 more times after that game, which is 3 more. Right, so it's gonna be kind of fun, right? Because can you imagine the amount of times Barcelona can spank Madrid? That would be the first time that Barcelona would defeat Madrid 5 total times. It would be crazy. But besides that, on the other side, we do have Atletico Madrid, who have defeated Getafe 5-0 with Simeone scoring 2 goals, Lino scoring 1, Correa scoring 1, Sorlath also scoring 1. Atletico Madrid do look very strong. I can see Atletico Madrid also going to the final. But, with Julian Alvarez, Griezmann, you can never count them out, right? De Paul, Koke, Lino. But we'll see. We'll see how they do, because usually when Atletico Madrid, sometimes they overcomplicate themselves for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes they sit too far back in certain matches, and I'm like, why are you doing that? You have a lot of firepower. Like, for example, in the match against Leganés, they have been defeated against Leganés 1-0. It's crazy because Leganés also defeated Barcelona 1-0. But there are matches where I'm like, bro, like, you serious? Like, I saw the lineup and you had Griezmann and Alvarez up top, and you guys were sitting back so much. And against Leganés, like, really? So there could be that possibility that they can make some mistakes later down the road. But overall, like I said, it's time to revive this team. Barcelona have to do well against Valencia because we do not want to go out. Okay, I think both Madrids are going to the next round, and Barcelona have to be are the last ones there that are expected to be there, right? So we must be there in the next round. Now, to start things off, Barcelona is the most successful team in the Copa del Rey. There is nobody else that has won more Copa del Rey's trophies than Barcelona. We have won it 31 times. So this is our trophy. Like, we claim this trophy, right? Like the way that people view Madrid as the owners of the Champions League, or the way that people look at City and how they're the owners of the Premier League, everybody sees Barcelona as the owners of the Copa del Rey. But here's the thing, we have not won this trophy since 2021. Can you guys believe that? Can you guys believe that after 4 years, Barcelona have not won a single Copa trophy, and we have to reclaim it? Because the last time we actually did win the trophy back in 2021, our coach was Ronald Koeman, and Messi and Griezmann, I believe, did score on those nights, and I believe also Dembele. I could be wrong, but yeah, it was a game where we did smash Athletic Club 4-0. As a matter of fact, right, like we have, Messi scored 2 goals, Frenkie de Jong scored 1, and Antoine Griezmann also scored 1. So it was a really good game, but it's a whole other different time, whole other new era. None of those players are there besides Frenkie de Jong. And so, like I said, we are the owners of the Copa del Rey, and we are expected to win this Copa this season. We must, because of how much better Barcelona have been in the past couple of months. This team is capable of scoring more than 4 goals per 90 minutes. And that is because of Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick has done a tremendous job with this group of players, and so Barcelona is expected to win. So I do have faith in Barcelona, because if there's one thing that we could say about this team is, yes, we may not be the most consistent in the league right now, but you better bet that in terms of knockout rounds and like high-stake matches, Barcelona deliver. Hansi Flick loves moments like this for some reason. He's like a Champions League expert, and he translates that Champions League expertise to situations of the Copa del Rey. He's gonna do that, right? Because these are knockout games. Like if you lose, you're out. If you win, you're going to the next round. And Hansi Flick just tends to have always the answers towards situations like this, high pressure moments. And so I am enthusiastic about this game because I do think that Barcelona can make another statement. I mean, we have already defeated Valencia back on January 26th, and we beat them 7-1. It was a game where it was just embarrassing for Valencia. And Valencia, bro, like if you look at them at the table in La Liga, they're in 19th place. They're not doing good whatsoever. Valencia is trash right now. And I'm not saying that to say, like I'm out here trying to say, like I'm trying to talk a lot of smack about Valencia and that, I'm a big shit talker. I'm not that type of person. This is like reality. Like Valencia do have a big possibility of going to the second division if they don't get their act together. And we're talking about Valencia. Valencia is a historical club, a club that has won trophies before. And so to see them like go down to 19th place is pretty sad. Like you're 19th place, you're right next to Alaves and Real Valladolid. It's sad. With 19 points total. Jesus Christ, like that's not good at all. And the last time we did beat them, it was 7-1. We had a goal coming from Frankie de Jong, Ferran, Rafinha. Fermin Lopez scored 2, Lewandowski scored 1, and then there was an own goal in the last one. Valencia only scored 1 goal coming from Duro on the 59th minute, and that's basically it. But here's the thing, right? I do think that for some reason, even though I know that Valencia might want to give it their all against Barcelona tomorrow, I have a feeling that they're not gonna want to waste all of their energy tomorrow because they're so focused on trying to get out of the relegation zone. And they're not going to want to use their best big time players and give it 110% only for them to fall through in their next match, which will be another La Liga match. I do think that Valencia's heart and mind is in La Liga. I do think that they are afraid to mess up their next match in the league. And in games like this in the Copa del Rey, where it is a knockout round, it demands so much energy, and so I do feel like Valencia is gonna have their mindset revolving around getting out of the bottom three, which makes me think that Barcelona's, I would say, process to winning against Valencia is gonna be kind of easy. I really do think that. Now, there's always that possibility that it could be difficult. Like I was just talking about how it's going to be so easy to defeat Alaves, yet like we were struggling and we almost died. You know what I'm saying? In the game against Alaves. Like, bro, like we won 1-0 at our own home. I expected that game to be like a 4-5-0 win, but Alaves, even though they were in the bottom three, they came out with a good game plan. So that could happen. But I just think that, bro, like Valencia, dude, like they're in the bottom three, they're going to want to get out, and their focus is going to be on the next match against, not Sevilla. Let's look at what their next matches is going to look like. After Barcelona, they face Leganés. They welcome Leganés at home. And Leganés is a very difficult team, apparently, because Leganés is taking points away from the big four in La Liga. Then they have to go to Villarreal. Then they have to face against Atletico Madrid at their home. And then they have to face against Osasuna. So, like, bro, Valencia is... I don't even think they care about the Copa del Rey, to be honest. They want to be in La Liga. They don't want to go to second division because there is a lot of points that they could be losing in the very near future. So that's it, right? Like Barcelona have to come out and win. Let's go for a 4-0 scoreline before the first half because Barcelona can't do it. In terms of who I think is going to be starting in the team, Szczesny is the number one goalkeeper. It hasn't been confirmed from Hansi Flick, so it's going to be Szczesny in the goalkeeper position. For our back four, it's going to be Koundé, Araujo, Kubarsi, and I would just say Gerard Martin. I want to see more of Martin. I think he really is growing on me because his defensive game just looks much better, way better, and I like it. Right? I do think that he's slightly taller than Balde, so he has that physical presence, and I also think that Balde does need some rest. As for the double pivot, I want to see Casado also get him some rest. I would like to see Frankie and Pedri in the midfield. I would also say, you know what? Okay, a lot of you guys are going to be saying, you see, Kevin, you see Frankie de Jong proved you wrong, and Frankie de Jong is doing better now. Now you're over here saying that Frankie should be starting over Casado for the second or third time in a row. You see, Kevin, we're right, you're wrong. Ha. Okay, whatever, bro. First of all, I never hated Frankie. I just said that when Frankie was available and when he came back from injury, I simply just said that Casado is better than him and he should be nowhere near the starting 11 whatsoever because he was not fit. And every time he was on the pitch, he just looked slow. He looked very unmotivated when he had the ball, and that's true. That's facts. Casado showed it more. He just showed it more, and that is why I did say Casado over Frankie any day. Now seeing going through a couple of games, Frankie de Jong is starting to catch the rhythm, the momentum, to really provide more fluidity and more gains to Barcelona's attack. Frankie de Jong is really becoming a very important defensive midfielder for Hansi Flick's Barcelona. So because Frankie has been showing slightly more, he has been scoring here, assisting there, doing some interceptions, then I would just say, okay, Frankie de Jong and Pedri now. That's it, right? The healthy competition. This is exactly what I want, is the healthy competition. There's nothing wrong with sitting down Casado at all. Pedri, the only reason why he doesn't move is because he is just immovable. He is untouchable. He is not replaceable whatsoever. So that's it, right? Like, bro, Frankie de Jong because he earns it. Gerard Martin over Balde because he earns it. I would like to say, like today, I would have liked to say that, Rafinha should come out for Nico Williams, right? Because Nico Williams deserved it. Or Lewandowski out because Gyökeres deserved it. I would have loved to say that today. But, we don't have those players, but that's the reason why healthy competition is always really good. Is because we get to switch out these players because not because the other player was bad, but because the other player just played slightly better than you, and that's it. And now you're gonna have to work towards getting into the starting 11 again. So I want that. But right now, in terms of our attack, we cannot really say that because there is no real backups, no real competition going on there. In the midfield, yes, there's a lot. Can you imagine if Bernal was still here with us today? It would have been, okay, Bernal and Frankie because Pedri didn't deserve it. Okay, Casado and Pedri because Bernal didn't deserve it. Okay, now is Bernal and Pedri because Casado and Frankie didn't deserve it. Like, or, what I'm saying? Like, that is what I want at Barcelona. We're getting some of that today. Look at Benny and Chesney. Hansi Flick said, okay, you're late for 4 minutes. Okay, bye. That's it. Like, we're going to replace you and push Chesney. No problem. Done. A healthy competition. And Peña is working towards getting to the first team. So, Frankie and Pedri is my pick for right now. As for the attacking four, I do think there should be Lamine Yamal on the right, Gavi as a 10. I don't know if Gavi's going to be playing, by the way. Like, I do have some pushback on that idea because of what happened to Gavi in the last game against Alaves where he hurt his head. So I don't know where he is at right now. But I'm going to just say Gavi because we don't have Olmo. Rafinha on the left, and then we're going to be having, I would just say, I want to see Ferran on the number 9 position. I know that Lewandowski has been scoring. I get it. But, like, bro, I want to see some rotations. I want to see Lewandowski get a little freshened up, I do think that he looks a little fatigued, tired. And Ferran Torres deserves it because every time he's on the pitch, he does something. And I like his movements and stuff like that. And against a team like Valencia, it is a perfect time to maybe do some rotations in terms of, like, just for the sake of rotating a 36-year-old, please. Like, that guy needs some rest. So, Ferran Torres, Rafinha, Gavi, and Lamine Yamal in our attacking four. And so, that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.